Why so serious?
Hello, hi guys, it's Whitecrow here, and today we are going to talk about 10 tips to become a Diamond Shaco player. It doesn't matter if you are currently a Shaco player that has troubles to raise, or just someone that wants to give Shaco a try. If you want the success as the Demon Jester, these tips will help you become the 4th Shaco God.
Here we go!
Tip number 1. Master Shaco mechanics. This is kinda obvious, but we can't skip it. Master Shaco mechanics so you know how to gank properly. Knowing how to do Shaco assassination combo and practice it to do it more naturally will help you raise faster. You must learn how to fake jumps Shaco to destroy the enemy, the minds of your enemies. Dodging skills with your ultimate, placing boxes to cover your escape path, or saving your knife active until the enemy flashes away are some of many mechanics that Shaco needs in order to succeed. Second tip, don't forget the farming. This is probably the most common mistake that Shaco players do. Well, we all know that Shaco insane power for killing and ganking potential early game. The goal that the kills provide by themselves isn't enough. If you kill people but you don't farm and enemies get killed by you but they do farm, you are equal in strength. You won't be able to snowball that way. If you want to carry a Shaco, you will need the kills on the farm to succeed. A good Shaco farming in high elo means about having 100 creep score, mostly from jungle at minute 20. If you play and you find yourself with 40 minions at minute 20, farming is the first thing you should look on. Items that time at will make this job easier for you, since Shaco isn't the best farmer out there. Third tip, always analyze your team. Who has more ganking potential? Drizzle Blank or a Nani in your mid lane? Camp them for easy kills. If your bot lane is made by a late game meta carry like Bane and her support is a Sona, then ganking is probably not a good idea. You can also do a lone access to check your allies' score. Does that Renekton lost 15 out of 20 games he played at Renekton? Maybe you should focus in another lane, even with an ally Renekton is usually in a smart lane to gank. If you want to win every single match in solo queue, you must find your team's strengths and weaknesses, and those can be found on champions and on players. Fourth tip, always analyze enemy team. The same way you should always analyze enemy team, who is easier to gank. Maybe you have LeBlanc in mid, but there is an enemy Fizz with Mastery 7 and more than 3.5 million games as him that will probably dodge everything you launch at him. So look out for better options. If there is no clear assassination target, you may need to focus on counter jungle, for example. Shaco excels at ganking mid lane, for example, but sometimes this isn't viable or efficient enough, and you must focus your early strength somewhere else. If you have ally crowd control at bot lane and enemies are pushing a lot, then it's probably a smarter idea to gank that bot lane and put some fear on those aggressive enemies. Okay, so this leads into the fifth tip. Find the best way to become ahead on every single match you play. Sometimes killing early game isn't an option because of the team setup, and you will need to adapt. Crashing your head into a wall while screaming, "I'm a Shaco, I must gank," won't make you win in those cases. Focus on fast farming items like Hydra and Static, for example. Warding enemy jungle, counter jungle as much as you can. These may be better options and better choices than just ganking lanes without CC and slippery champions on enemy side. Sixth tip, once you get few kills early game, or whatever that makes your head, keep on the pressure. This is the other big mistake that Shaco players do. Shaco is an early game beast, and many players tend to relax when they see that they are getting fed early game, and what kinda is. Never relax, especially, if you relax only a bit and you don't keep on the pressure by invading, by farming, by crashing turrets, by warding enemy jungle, and overall approaching yourself to Nexus as fast as you can, enemies will use this relaxing to farm back and to come back, thus leading you into a highly frustrating lose. Remember that your teammates may and will fuck up everything at late game, so you want to give them as much as you gold as you can to reduce a little bit the impact of his death, and you want to finish the game as fast as you can also so they can throw it. In addition, Getting several objectives destroyed early game is an impressive way to hit the enemy motivation, and this make easier for them to tilt the game. Seventh tip: ward enemy jungle at all cost. You need map control. One of Shaco's strengths is the ability to be aggressive and to move with kind of freedom without the fear of being caught. Use this slippery power and the mind games you have to be on the enemy jungle as much as you can, and ward it so your allies will spot when enemy jungle is going to gank, for example. Also, seeing enemy jungle doing a top map jungle camp may help them follow you into that free trade that they weren't sure to fall. 8th tip: learn Shaco abilities to the details. While it's important to understand Shaco as a whole champion, all his abilities have small details that can make you sharply raise your skill as him. This channel has a couple of videos that can help you with that. 9th tip: don't gank losing lanes. You can carry by yourself only. Camp your strongest lane or your enemy weakest over and over, so both you and your best teammate get fed. Ganking losing lanes is usually a bad idea, since the only thing you will do is to try to balance something that will get unbalanced again anyway, when you leave. If your enemy is fed and you are not because you were too busy balancing lanes, you will lose the match. There is a fat enemy Jinx, who cares, I'm a fat fucking Shaco. 10th and last tip: while we all love Shaco and we play him in a way or another, never, and I mean never, stay into a fixed build. It doesn't matter if you play AD Shaco, Critical Shaco, Tanky Shaco, AP Shaco, AB Shaco, Super Shaco, or Charmander Shaco. I don't care. If you don't adapt your build to both yours and enemy team setup, you will lose so many matches that you could have won with the correct build. Always look for the most efficient item to get. Well, there are some items that are core in Shaco, like Timeout for example. The other items you get and what do you rush first may be the difference between getting ahead or when winning, or pushing yourself back and winning an easy game. Do they have tons of AP? Rush that Hex Drinker. Your static or your Yomu can't wait. Are they a full AD team based on auto-attack? Leave that Deadman's Plate away and get a run with Zoman. If you couple your amazing plays as Shaco with the items that counter your enemies, you will be much stronger as Shaco. Well guys, these are the 10 Shaco tips I wanted to share with you to ease your way to Diamond and High Elo. If you want more details, you still have my guide in MOBA Fire, which is currently the top guide of the site. You can also ask for any doubts in the comment section below. I am Whitecrow, and as always, it was a pleasure to have you watching my video. You are so sexy.